All right, guys, I want to throw some quotes at you today. Famous quotes. The first one is from Robert Heinlein, the science fiction writer. He says, never underestimate the power of human stupidity. Albert Einstein said the difference between stupidity and genius is that genius has its limit. Einstein also said only two things are infinite, the universe and human stupidity, and I'm not sure about the former. Martin Luther King said nothing in all the world is more dangerous than sincere ignorance and conscientious stupidity. And it was Edith Sitwell who said, I'm patient with stupidity, but not with those who are proud of it. Why do I mention these quotes? Item from Reuters. Republicans sounded alarm bells on Wednesday after Democrats claimed victory in the Pennsylvania congressional election, seen as a referendum on President Donald Trump's performance, although the final vote result remained officially too close to call, unquote. My friends, I do not care. Why should this race have been close at all? People of Pennsylvania went for Trump in the presidential election by 22 percentage points. All Trump has done since then is make America great again in a wide variety of ways that you can probably list as well as I can. So here comes a candidate, Rick Saccone, who has Trump's full-flown endorsement, full-hearted endorsement. He promises to follow Trump in every one of his initiatives. Facing him is some Democrat who says the right things, but you know if he ever wants to have a future in politics, and he does, he's got to do what the Democrat Party tells him to do. He's got to do what Pelosi and Schumer and the others tell him. So he's lying to the voters. The voters have a chance to respond to Trump's incredible record of success over the 14 months, and half of them cannot dislodge their heads from their rectums. So what is it with America? What is it with American voters? Do you mean the contrast between Trump and the lying fake news left is not stark enough for people to recognize? They have a lot of votes not yet counted. I don't know how the race is going to turn out, but it is already a black eye for America. It's already an everlasting disgrace for Pennsylvania, similar, I suppose, to the everlasting disgrace for the state of Colorado, which went for Hillary in the presidential election. Someone, I don't know who it was, someone said there's no cure for stupid. And unfortunately, that's true. And that might just be the destruction of all of us. It's real truth, and it's Wednesday. Yeah, we'll continue.
American Window Tinting Incorporated in Franktown reminds parents, keep an eye on your child while shopping. Children tend to stray or become lost. This poses an opportunity for a would-be abductor. Please make every effort to keep track of your little ones at all times. If you have information regarding a lost child, call local authorities at once. This message is from American Window Tinting Incorporated in Franktown. For residential or commercial window tinting, call 303-263-4228. Great Plains Power has been providing reliable electrical power systems in the Rocky Mountain area since 1992. Our systems rely on the sun to help make you self-reliant in power needs. Solar energy can be scaled to fit any situation, from complete power independence to backup power for the short term. Our expertise focuses on standalone power, but we have extensive experience with utility interactive systems as well. Custom-tailored capabilities and modest emergency lighting all the way to commercial-scale power. Great Plains Power is a full-service company. We service everything we sell. We provide and design turnkey packages, custom-designed system, and parts for do-it-yourself. With more than 20 years of specialized experience at your disposal, let us know what your power concerns or goals are. Reach us by phone or the internet. Call 303-239-9963. That's 303-239-9963. Or go to GreatPlainsSolar.com.
All right, guys, welcome back to Real Truth. Let's get right to it. Here's Ann Coulter from earlier today. And that, my friends, is why there's been so much shakeup in the White House, because Trump was getting RNC recommendations, which is to say people who are have at least 1 foot, if not both feet, in the swamp. That's why he wound up with people like Rex Tillerson and Gary Cohn. Now that he's got a year under his belt as president, now that he's got his sea legs, he sees the lay of the land, who's who, what's what. Priebus is out, Cohn is leaving, Tillerson is out, etc., etc. And Trump is getting more of his own people in. And so as amazingly effective as he was during his first year in office, he figures to be even more productive during his second year, which makes it all the more puzzling and mystifying why people would vote Democrat. Democrats know nothing, have done nothing, plan to do nothing. They have no answers. They have only new problems. And yet, Americans continue to vote for them. I am stymied. We'll be right back, my friends. By the way, I never said it. This is Howard Riell. The show is Real Truth. Stick around.
Ladies, this is Danny Golden informing you that heart attacks in women can be different than heart attacks in men. Women having heart attacks will experience nausea, vomiting, indigestion, shortness of breath, or simply sudden and extreme fatigue, but no chest pain. Get emergency medical help and call 911 if you are experiencing any of these symptoms. Pain, pressure, burning or squeezing in the chest, jaw, shoulder, back, or arms that last more than 5 to 10 minutes. Unexplained shortness of breath lasting more than 5 to 10 minutes. Sudden severe nausea, vomiting, or indigestion. Sudden sweating for no reason. Sudden unexplained extreme fatigue. Loss of consciousness or fainting, or sudden unexplained panicky feeling of doom. The key, ladies, is to listen to your body. Follow your instincts, and if you experience symptoms that are disturbing to you in any way, or even remotely related to your heart, get yourself checked out right away. If your doctor brushes you off, that's a sign you need a new doctor, one who will actually do what is necessary to get to the bottom of your symptoms.
Great Plains Power has been providing reliable electrical power systems in the Rocky Mountain area since 1992. Our systems rely on the sun to help make you self-reliant for your power needs. Solar energy can be scaled to fit any situation, from complete power independence to backup power for the short term. Our expertise focuses on standalone power, but we have extensive experience with utility interactive systems as well. Custom-tailored capabilities as modest as emergency lighting all the way to commercial-scale power. Great Plains Power is a full-service company. We service everything we sell. We provide and design turnkey packages, custom design system, and parts for do-it-yourself. With more than 20 years of specialized experience at your disposal, let us know what your power concerns or goals are. Reach us by phone or the internet. Call 303-239-9963. That's 303-239-9963. Or go to GreatPlainsSolar.com.
My friends, it was only yesterday that Rex Tillerson waved bye-bye from the Trump White House. He should be replaced by Mike Pompeo, who should be okayed by Congress. Here is Rush Limbaugh weighing in, as he always does.
So much of what I say eventually comes true. So much of what I predict eventually happens. Today is one of those days. So we have big news today. The Secretary of State was fired. Over a tweet. Fired by virtue of the tweet.
My friends, didn't I just say that in the last segment? That as effective as he was in his first year, he should be even more so in the second? Didn't I just say that? So what's the difference between Rush Limbaugh and me? Not much difference. I mean, he makes upwards of $25 million a year doing his radio show, and I make nothing doing this radio show. But aside from that, as far as I can tell, he and I are step for step.
He's getting confident and comfortable. Did you hear him say, I don't really think you are an advisor? I don't need a bunch of strategists. I know what my mind is. I think Trump is totally capable of making a performance. Doesn't rely on advisors. As nearly as much as the Russians is I think he's just hitting his stride. I think Trump is getting more and more confident, and I think now it's time for Trump to mollify some people by choosing cabinet members that might not have been his first choice, but he was making a mistake. The freshman Republican made consistently thinking you can soon bypass with the media, with the Democrats, with the opposition. So he picks people that the drive-bys are going to swoon over and crowd
That's absolutely right. He picked people for his cabinet he thought wouldn't garner too much noise from the media. Now he sees that everything he does, from saying good morning to straightening his tie, gets banshee screeches from the media. And so now what the hell difference does it make? Put anyone you want in place. Let the media scream because they're screaming anyway.
not Trump people. And it's obvious Tillerson was not a Trump person. Tillerson, CEO at ExxonMobil. That's not a job where you refer to anybody. It's not a job where other people tell you what to do.
It is, however, a job where you've got to get along with the Arab nations. It is a job where you can't be too cozy with Israel. It is a job where you got to be on good terms with the Muslim world, and that is probably what spelled the end of Mr. Tillerson.
CEO Exxon, you're telling everybody else what to do. Tillerson, I think, maybe had a free-handed Secretary of State. Foreign policy was basically his. You remember last month, there was a leak that Tillerson had called Trump a moron, and that was denied by both sides. But what if Tillerson really thought that? I mean, foreign policy was his. And when he shows up, it's not simply that there's his version of it, it's in direct opposition or opposition to Trump. Rather than this being chaos, rather than this being Trump's losing his power, nobody knows what's going on in his head, I think Trump is involved in gaining confidence in the show. They told him, Hoover, he's right. Hoover needs him. Hoover understands him. And he's going to like him and if he likes, he's putting them in key positions in his leadership. It's a positive. We'll be back after this.
My friends, it is a positive, but if you listen to the mainstream media, they'll say it's a negative. Why? Because they think you're an idiot. They think you're stupid. They think you believe anything they say because, after all, they are the mainstream media. They can't be lying, can they? Oh, can they ever? They do little these days besides lie. If you're listening to the show, you're probably hip to that. If you haven't been listening to the show, shame, shame, shame.
Rex Tillerson, I still like the name. I've always liked the name Rex Tillerson. It's a great name for a CEO of a major oil company. I don't know if it's a great name for Secretary of State, but it's a great name for an oil company, if you know what I mean. Rex Tillerson. He says he knows enough. Why he was fired. But let me try to help out here. If you're butting heads with the president on three key issues, Tillerson said nothing was going to happen in North Korea.
By the way, Tillerson was against moving the American embassy from Tel Aviv to Israel, which tells you he's always been in the pocket of the Muslims. Ah! You see, Rush heard what I said, and now he's echoing my comments. Very flattering. All right, guys, we're going to stop here. When we come back, we're going to talk about torturing and killing women. If there are women in your life, you'd better listen to this. We'll be back. More Real Truth.
We had no time to do anything.
Get out and save ourselves. Now we're left with things. No food, no water, no shelter. Now you're hungry. You're so hungry.
I should have been more prepared.
You'll wait till it's easy.
Preparedness gear. I would do 925. Or visit preparednessgear.com. 303-981-9810.
Ladies, this is Danny Golden informing you that heart attacks in women can be different than heart attacks in men.
Hello.
Having heart attacks will experience nausea, vomiting, indigestion, shortness of breath, or simply sudden and extreme fatigue, but no chest pain. Get emergency medical help and call 911 immediately if you are experiencing any of these symptoms. Pain, pressure, burning or squeezing in the chest, jaw, shoulders, back, or arms that last more than 5 to 10 minutes. Unexplained shortness of breath lasting more than 5 to 10 minutes. Sudden severe nausea, vomiting, or indigestion. Sudden sweating for no reason. Sudden unexplained extreme fatigue. Loss of consciousness or fainting, or sudden unexplained panicky feeling of doom. The key, ladies, is to listen to your body. Follow your instincts, and if you experience symptoms that are disturbing to you in any way, or even remotely related to your heart, get yourself checked out right away. If your doctor brushes you off, that's a sign you need a new doctor, one who will actually do what is necessary to get to the bottom of your symptoms.
And of his fullness we have all received, and grace for grace. For the law was given through Moses, but grace and truth came through Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus Christ. No one has seen God at any time. The only begotten Son, who is in the bosom of the Father, he has declared him. The Gospel of John, chapter 1, verse 16.
We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, to ordain and establish this Constitution.
American Window Tinting Incorporated in Franktown reminds parents, keep an eye on your child while shopping. Children tend to stray or become lost. This poses an opportunity for a would-be abductor. Please make every effort to keep track of your little ones at all times. If you have information regarding a lost child, call local authorities at once. This message is from American Window Tinting Incorporated in Franktown. For residential or commercial window tinting, call 303-263-4228.
All right, my friends, that you have women in your lives, right? Could be your wife, could be your mother, could be your daughter, your aunt, your grandmother. Think of them for a second. Think of them being viciously beaten and raped by Muslim migrants. Not possible, you say? Here's Pat Condell from England, where it's already happening.
Well, here in Europe, we have saddened ourselves with the Pollyanna politics of open borders, where the only unwelcome guest is reality.
And in America, by the way, my friends, just so you know, women in America are just like women in Europe. And Muslims in America are just like Muslims in Europe. Do you get what I'm driving at?
Situation we've known about for some time.
Well, my friends, because the female voices are raised in support of Hillary Clinton. At least they were in Colorado. Hillary Clinton is part of the Democrat Party. She wants more and more and more and more and more Muslim migrants brought to America. And so if some of those migrants gang raped your wife or mother or sister or daughter, how entertaining would it be? And how would you feel knowing that by voting for Hillary, you had made it happen?
Maybe they've got more important things to focus on, like feminism. Oh, feminism is all the rage here in Europe. Recently, Sweden proudly announced itself as the world's first feminist government and smugly took a round of applause for it too, before sending a female delegation to Misogyny Central, Iran, where they all obediently wore headscarves in submission to Islamic male supremacy, like the good feminists they are. Of course, we all had a good laugh at them for it, but nobody was at all surprised. So, if you're a woman in Europe who's hoping that the feminists are going to fight your corner, dream on. They've already sold you down the river, and they're waving you goodbye with their headscarves on, while they get their knickers all in a twist about Donald Trump, because they're too thick to understand that he's on their side. And by the way, if you want an example of a real feminist, as opposed to a phony progressive feminist, then check out Anne-Marie Waters, who's been bravely defending women's rights for years, only to be attacked and vilified for it by progressive dimwits who've never had an original thought in their lives. If we had a few more women of her caliber, feminism might even get respectable again. So if that sounds like you, now is the time to make yourself known. In the meantime, you stupid women who still applaud this invasion, who welcome these fake refugees, as long as they live in somebody else's neighborhood, obviously.
Hey, that's interesting. Let me stop it here, because I started the show today talking about stupidity. He's referencing stupid women in Europe, but by a weird coincidence, we've got stupid women here in America. These are the women who think we'd be better off if the president had a vagina. I don't know. Do women think with their vaginas? This is a new concept for me. These women think that Hillary Clinton would have been a good president. These women don't care what Donald Trump accomplishes, whether it's cutting taxes, revving up the economy, securing our border, making the VA better, and on and on. And they don't care about any of that because they don't like the way he talks about women. So it appears we've got stupid women in Europe and in the United States.
You are like spectators at an approaching tsunami. You've got no idea what's coming your way, and by the time you find out, it's going to be too late. If you don't think it'll happen to you, well then, it won't, until it does. The women who've been raped in Sweden and Germany didn't think it would happen to them either. How can it be true, they thought? The stories we hear about this culture. No, it can't be that brutal, surely. And then they find out that, yes, it is that brutal, and that rape carried out by Muslim migrants is, more often than not, excessively violent. And when they are arrested and taken to court, they get off with a light sentence that insults the victim and encourages more rape.
So, my friends, think about this. Think about being in an emergency room with your wife, who has just been gang raped, or your 9 or 10-year-old daughter, gang raped by Muslim migrants. And your daughter looks at you and says, "Daddy, how did these people get here in America?" And you say, "Well, sweetheart, I voted for Hillary Clinton so that she would bring them here." At that point, you're probably looking for something to slice open your veins with. Yeah, I voted for a woman candidate. What a feminist I am. Of course, now women will be raped and beaten, but I voted for a candidate with a vagina. See how liberal I am?
Recently in Sweden, whereas a Syrian man pretending to be a child got 2 months in prison for raping 2 girls, one of 13, who was dragged into a toilet and raped both vaginally and anally. He got 2 months because Sweden's feminist government clearly doesn't regard rape as a crime worthy of serious punishment.
And that's what feminism is today. It's a joke. It's a sick parody. It's not real feminism. It's let's find something to complain about ism. Do they represent women? Not at all.
Although there was evidence from the migration war that he was a grown man, the court didn't think that was enough and chose to believe him when he said he was a child. The prison will be on the in the 2-star hotel, and he's unlikely to be deported afterwards, as his human rights outrank those of any 13-year-old teenage girl. So he'll be free to remain in Sweden with his nationality intact, and he'll be free to rape again.
Well, who knows, my friends? Who knows what the future holds? Maybe that guy who raped the 2 girls in Sweden, who knows? Maybe he'll come visit Colorado. Maybe he'll find himself in the same restroom as your daughter or your wife, or the staircase, or the elevator, or a deserted street. And when your wife or your mother or your daughter is brutally raped by a Muslim migrant, why don't you think back to the election of 2016? If you voted for Donald Trump, then your conscience is clear. You did everything to prevent it from happening. But if you voted for Hillary, well, guilt is a terrible thing. You know, people have committed suicide because of guilt pangs. What do you think of that?
Riell Power has been providing reliable electrical power independence to back up power for the short term. Our expertise focuses on standalone power, but we have extensive experience with utility interactive systems as well. Custom tailored capabilities is modified emergency lighting all the way to commercial scale power. Riell Power is a full service company. We service everything we sell. We provide and design key packages, custom design system, and parts for do-it-yourself. With more than 20 years of specialized experience at your disposal, let us know what your power concerns or goals are. Reach us by phone or the internet. Call 303-239-9963. That's 303-239-9963. Or go to GreatPlainsSolar.com.
If you're taking 1, 2, 5, or 4 nutritional supplements, please stop. Simplify your supplementation with Bio Superfood, the most advanced nutritional whole food supplement you can buy. Women, children, even Olympic athletes the world over have discovered Bio Superfood from BioAge.com. And now take just one nutritional supplement instead of many. The Bio Superfood formulas are whole food products composed with more of the most nutrient-dense algae found on Earth. Bio Superfood for the brain. Yep, with focus, memory, clarity, and mood. If you can increase brain health, the rest of the body is a no-brainer. Bio Superfood has zero toxicity and is safe for you and your family. Order your Bio Superfood formulas at BioAge.com. Spell BioAge.com. BioAge.com. Or call 877-288-9116. BioAge.
Welcome back to Real Truth. Speaking of Europe, over there, Nigel Farage was the man, the driving force behind Brexit. Here he is speaking in the Oxford Union. Now, what Nigel Farage is saying is the rationale for people in Britain getting the hell out of the European Union. That's because monolithic bodies like the EU are always a disaster, and the Democrat Party is nothing if not a monolithic body. That's how I know this guy Lamb in Pennsylvania will not vote the way he told voters he would, but he will vote the way the Democrat Party and its leadership tell him to vote, which brings us full circle back to the start of the show, and I was talking about the utter unconscionable stupidity of half the voters in that district in Pennsylvania. He's lied to their faces, and they are clueless, blissfully ignorant. Well, I hope that when all the votes are counted, that Mr. Lamb has not won, because that would be a severe blow against not only Pennsylvania, but against all of America. Because for some reason, again, attributable stupidity, Congress is just slightly above 50-50. Americans can't seem to decide whether they want a great, flourishing America or a sick and dying America. Let's take a break and we'll be back.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Tom Phillips, founder of the Green Earth.
How many times have you gone into a health food store and are confused as to the many different brands and prices on the same herbal supplements? You want to buy the cheapest, but you're afraid that quality is less, so you buy the most expensive. Truth is, the cheapest may be better. Green Herb herbal supplements are all manufactured in our Wheat Ridge, Colorado plant at 4565 Kipling Street, using the highest quality herb that we source from all over the world. Our 150 different herbal supplements are the most potent and safest in America. Our guarantee is your money back, no time limit. Just return the bottle empty or full, no questions asked. So when you come to our new location, look for our new name, New Genesis Health, or call us at 888-765-HERB. That's 888-765-4372.
TLR Associates of Boulder wants you to remember your life began at conception, and so does the life of every yet to be born. Baby and mother both lose with 1 in 3 and choose abortion. Former abortion doctor Nathan said people do not understand that there are thousands of serious physical complications from abortion every year at this time. Abortion crises, severe depression, anxiety disorder, sleep disturbance, suicide, violent behavior, sterility, increased risk of miscarriage and delivery complications that premature birth. International Journal of Epidemiology reported abortion increases breast cancer risk by 9%. Every hopeless baby has the right to life, too. This life-giving message is brought to you by TLR Associates of Boulder, providing a job well done for your home or business with design, stucco, stone, and brick. Call TLR Associates of Boulder, 303-921-3310. TLR Medallion branded stucco protection serves the Boulder and northern Colorado area. Check.
Item from the Daily Caller: a national school walkout was held today by students protesting gun violence across the country, and Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders joined students in D.C. marching on the U.S. Capitol. So did his armed guards. In multiple locations, students hit the street and parking lots in their respective school districts to walk out in solidarity with the Parkland students who are calling for more gun control after the school was attacked by a deranged gunman. Former presidential candidate was part of a group of progressive congressmen addressing the Washington, D.C. march. Unquote. My friends, Bernie Sanders, Uncle Bernie, feel the burn? He wants to take away your guns and hence your protection, but you bet your ass he's going to have guns around him protecting him. Am I getting through to any of the Democrats out there? Maybe. Item from Breitbart: a woman who suffered severe head injury from a past violent rape was married off by her father for money in a deal to improve the husband's UK immigration prospects, a judge has ruled. After analyzing the case at a hearing in the specialist court dedicated to issues relating to people who lack the mental capacity to make decisions, Mr. Justice Baker concluded the Islamic ceremony was arranged entirely by the woman's father and husband, telling the court of protection that the woman's father had spent his daughter's money for his own purposes and with no intention of repaying her. The judge said the woman was unquestionably married under the influence of her father. Unquote. My friends, this Muslim father and Muslim husband, these are the kind of people who will be raping your wives and daughters and mothers. So if you're a Democrat voter, get used to it. Item. From Breitbart, a Florida teenager is accused of murdering a 13-year-old boy and injuring 2 others in a stabbing attack, which he said was, quote, because of his Muslim faith. Local media reports 17-year-old Corey Johnson will face charges of first-degree murder after officers attended the scene in Palm Beach Gardens on Monday, where 13-year-old Giovanni Brand was dead, while mother Elaine Simon and the 13-year-old son Dane Bancroft were also found suffering from stab wounds. Stop! My friends, look behind the words here. Yeah, the story is about Muslim insanity, but look deeper. Look deeper. The child's last name, 13-year-old, his last name is Brand. Mother's last name is Simon. The other son's last name is Bancroft. You want a snapshot of America today? You want to know why things suck in America today? You want to know why crime is rampant, delinquency, drug use, alcohol, opioids, spring break craziness? You want to know why? Because families are on the way to being extinct. Just ask Elaine Simon and any of the men she has shacked up with and or married and or bore children for. That's American families. Now, I know this is a news item about Muslim violence, but sometimes you got to look between the lines. We got a lot wrong with our country. One of them is that the family pretty much doesn't mean anything now for most people. Like dogs in the street. Well, we can keep doing that, or we can do better. I've done this show for nearly a decade in the hope that I can push the country in the direction of doing better. All right, I'll be back tomorrow, my friends, and we'll go through some more atrocities. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Stay angry.